The Snowstorm, Chapter 3, The Snow Leopards. As we go to Tulip, who's currently climbing up a side of a mountain in a severe snowstorm. As a severe wind come in, moving her hair and tail to the left, as her necklace starts to go up and down, going towards the left. As she holds one hand onto a rock as she grabs her necklace. I don't want to lose this. As she puts it in her shirt, as she just starts to climb back up. I wish the plane was still working. But we had to fly through that snowstorm to get the Master Emerald Tube back to our home. As she grabs a rock, as it falls, as it hits some other rocks, as she's dangling on by her right arm. Whew, that was close. As she swings her left arm back up, dropping her right arm as she grabs a rock before doing the same thing, flinging herself upward and just grabbing another rock. Stupid Sonics heading through this winter. My brother picked him up on that scanner of ours. Hopefully this snowstorm slows him down at least a bit. But then again, he doesn't know where we're located. Although we are up north. So it may take him some time. As she swings her right arm as she had just jumped up, as she grabs about a ledge, as she pulls herself up, as she jumps, doing a backflip before landing on her feet. There we go. I still don't know why they made their base, or their hideout on top of a mountain. Well, I guess it would be good to talk to Winter again. Maybe North as well. I really don't want to meet Neve again. Last time we met, it was a pretty bad fight. Anyway, I better go talk to them. Hopefully Neve forgives me for what I did earlier. As she walks towards the cave's entrance, as a blade comes straight from above, as Tulip does a backflip. Intruder in the vicinity must eliminate. Who are you? Intruder, as she just simply charges for Tulip, swinging her blade. As Tulip ducks before kicking this person in the stomach, sending her flying back, as she uses her wings to catch herself. Again, I said, who are you and why are you here? You are currently intruding among this area. You must be eliminated, as she charges forward. As Tulip makes a ice shield, as the blade seemingly cuts through it, surprising Tulip, as she ducks, as it cuts some of her hair off her head, as she gets surprised, that thing's sharp. As she would touch the ground, saying more ice towards this seemingly flying bat character. As she would come swinging, breaking all the ice with her blade. What do I do? What is this thing? This wasn't here last time I was here. As she looks over, as she had hid behind an ice pillar. Where did she go? As the snowstorm is blurring up her vision, she can't keep track of this flying opponent. As she suddenly, her ear twitches, as she ducks, as the pillar she was hiding behind gets cut in half. As Tulip raises her arm and grabs her prosthetic arm before pulling her forward and punching her in the face, sending her flying to one of her ice pillars. As she basically makes a claw of ice going to slash at her. As she raises up her robotic arm, blocking the attack, and then trying to strike with the blade on her other hand. As Tulip nearly dodges, cutting her shoulder. As she backs up, as she holds her shoulder, that thing's fast. Its movement and reaction speed. Was it watching? Does it have thermal? As she's thinking this is a robot. As the character seemingly rushes forward with its robotic blade, heading straight for Tulip's head. As she ducks before hitting the character in the chin, sending her flying up in the air. As she grabs hold of herself using her wings, flying in midair. As she scans around looking for Tulip. As suddenly Tulip appears behind her and hits her in the head towards the ground, slamming her in the ground hard. As she starts to bleed a little bit from the head, as Tulip notices, this is no robot. As then suddenly her robotic arm punches Tulip in the face, having her get off her as she stumbles back. As she opens her eyes as the blade is right to her nose. I said stop, Salem, as she seemingly stopped. As she turns, as seemingly just falling over. Oh, why did you have to hurt Salem? Winter? As her nose starts to bleed, you could have told me that you had another guest. I'm sorry, we found her in an old abandoned Eggman base. She's not a robot? No. She's kind of an android, you could say. Has a psionic blade that can cut nearly anything here in the north. And that robotic arm is actually more than what it looks like. It has a feature to where it can basically produce heat, ice, and other elements. I'm guessing she was a prototype for Eggman, but then was abandoned. But can you explain to me why she attacked me? As she just wipes the blood off her nose. She was essentially kind of reprogrammed to protect us and the base. Although most of her emotions and all that are locked or gone, not sure. We did find this name. Not sure if it was her real name or a name Eggman gave her, but it was Salem. Yeah, I kind of wish you have programmed in there that not to attack a friend. As she feels dizzy, can we head inside? I think the snowstorm is just messing with my head. And probably that fist to the face, I would assume. Don't remind me. What is that metal arm made out of? Some hard material. You put up quite a good fight against her, though. So which one of you found her? I would assume it would have been Neve, if I had to guess. What do you mean, Neve? I wasn't there when they found her. I was simply, exploring another area. You know us, we like to adventure. Yeah, but where are your sisters? We need to talk. Why don't you sit down for a moment? Can't we head inside? No. North and Neve are probably talking by now. Let's catch up while you recover and let me bandage her up as well. As Salem was leaning against a rock while Winter was patching her up. So, why did you come all the way up here? You don't usually climb the mountain to see us. I need your help. Me and my brother need y'all's help. What is it? We need you to delay or at least fend off Sonic and any other people that may try to find us. Why do you want to go after him? Isn't he a hero? He is, but we can't have him intervene with our plan. So you came to ask us for help? Yes. You are my friends, people I can trust. Is this because of the ongoing battle between the Echidnas and your families? As she looks to the side. I was right, wasn't it? Yes. Your family's been after that Master Emerald for generations. That's what you told me. More like centuries, to be fair. As Winter turns around. What do you mean, centuries? That's none of your concern. Very well. Is there any particular reason why you stole it? That is none of your concern, Winter. Alright, I'll leave family matters of yours out of it. But as a friend, I would help. As she puts her hand on Tulip's shoulder. But I can't really do anything without my sister's agreements. You know how we are. We work together or not at all. So if we don't agree on something, it's really the matter of topic. Well, at least I know you have my back. Yes. And even if they disagree, I may do a favor for you. And what might that be? As she looks over at Salem, I think I can lend you Salem. She's, it's gonna get rough getting to know her because she's kind of speaks like a robot most of the time. But she should be able to help you with any problems. and I'll have to fix her up a bit. I'm not the best with technology like your brother is, but I know at least a little bit about it. Yeah. As her head finally settled after that punch, well, let's go meet your sisters. We need to talk. All right. I'll be out here with, Salem. I need to make a few adjustments to her modifications. Very well. As Tulip enters the cave, as we go to North, who's currently sitting in a chair. What is it this time, Neve? As Neve happened to have walked in, we have an unexpected guest. Our friend Tulip has arrived. Tulip is here? Why would she come all the way out here? I'm not sure, sister. But it must be for a very important reason, as she's never met us at our home before. We've always met her either at her place or at least a few locations we've set. It must be urgent if she came here. You're right. Really urgent if she chose to come here at least. Which should make things interesting, as the North has gotten pretty docile lately. What do you mean? Are you talking about the fact that all of Eggman's forces are nowhere even near here anymore? All of his northern bases have been at least evacuated or abandoned for at least a few years now, which makes it perfect for us to scavenge their places and steal. And what makes it even better is we can sell it to merchants. And we haven't had anything really fun other than the northern golems. You mean, yes, the northern golems in the mountains. You remember we hunted just a few weeks back. You gotta be aware that there are some giants in there as well. Giant ice golems. They were created using magic long ago. You should remember this. After all, Father had you take the magic class. You're right. Father did have me take the magic class. But you're the one that took the fighting class. And our sister took, well, the sword class. But enough about what our father had us do when we were younger. Let's get on topic of why would she be here? I don't know, but I would love to teach her a lesson after all. Me and her didn't really have a nice conversation last time we met. And I kinda would like some, payback. Calm down, Neve. I know that you and her are not on the best of terms. But we are all still friends. That we are. As Tulip had entered the room. That's why I call for y'all's help now. And why would you need our help? Sonic is currently heading in the north here. And I need y'all's assistance to help fight him off. Or delay him, if you can. Me and my brother are doing something very important, which cannot be interrupted. So I ask y'all, please help me and my brother. At least hold him off, fend him off for at least as long as you can. Why should we? North asks. Please. I don't ask much from y'all. Remember the time we went hunting in the northern areas of the mountain? You must be in the North Ridge Valley. A harsh area, yes. Also where a couple of things roam. Yes, it's a perfect spot for hunting, but treacherous at the same time. I'm very confused, though. What could be so important that you would want us to fight the Sonic, the hero, that almost everyone idolizes? Give me your answer to that. It involves a Master Emerald. As both North and Neve's eyes light up. You have the Master Emerald? Yes, we stole it from Angel Island just a little bit ago. As North starts to contemplate, why would you steal the Master Emerald? Neve, you must understand. I understand that you are enemies of the Echidnas. But the Echidnas are fierce warriors. There's only one left. As this shocks Neve, what? There was only one Echidna left. We stole it from under his feet. We knocked him out, made believe it was Eggman. Alright? As Neve's taken aback by this. We'll help. As Neve looks at her sister. What? I'm interested in where this is going, and I've been looking for a challenging fight. As she makes a little icicle in her hand. And I wonder how my magic will deal with Sonic the Hedgehog. So I'll help. I assume you already talked to Winter? I did. Then things are settled. Head back home. Tell your brother we'll help and delay Sonic and his friends for as long as possible. But we expect a reward after this. As she looks up, what reward do you expect? As she looks at Neve, the one item that you snow foxes have that we desire. One of your relics, per se. Which one? The northern saber-toothed tiger fang. You remember it, don't you? Your family has held on to that sacred fang for generations. We would like to have it. After all, it's a set of only 3 in the world. And you have 2 pieces, so getting rid of one shouldn't be too hard now, should it? As Tulip glares at North. Fine, you have a deal. You'll have one of the fangs after you complete your assignment. Do we have a deal then? As North shakes her hand forward, as then Tulip shakes her hand. We have a deal. Now then, let's get started. You, Winter, and Salem shall head back to your home. Me and Neve will deal with Sonic and any friends that might show up. Why do you want Winter and Salem to come with me back to my place? One, we'll slow Sonic down, but he doesn't know of anyone else that's helping you. So Winter and Salem should be a good help in case there was someone else at play. Someone else that's going after you as well. Because you said you framed Eggman, right? That's true. You'll most likely want retaliation. You may deal with the Sonic. More precisely, Metal, if he chooses. You have a fair point. I will take Salem and Winter back with me. Oh, I guess you can just use your plane, can't you? No, as the plane is, well, frost over from this severe snowstorm. Yes, that will definitely hinder Sonic's movement, which will be a benefit for you. So this is what I will do. We'll meet him off in the pass of the ridge, the northern ridge. There, we'll hold him there for at least as long as possible. We'll try to lure some of the snow giant golems from the mountains. They should help us delay him at the most. How are you going to do that? Simple. The golems don't like each other, so we'll have them battle. In the middle of the ridge, causing Sonic's path to be, well, cut off. And if he chooses to take the other path, me and Neve will deal with him. You have my word. Very well. As Tulip leaves, you seriously going to listen to her? We are friends, after all. And especially if we get our hands on that saber-toothed northern tiger fang. It's only one of 3. And they have 2 of them. You know what we could do if we had the entire set, you know. Yes, we'd be more powerful than ever. Because we have the DNA of them in our blood. Now, without further ado, prepare to get the golems ready. We probably have less than 24 hours to set this up. So let's get to it. And that is the end of Chapter 3 of The Snowstorm. The Snow Leopards. Make sure to like and subscribe. And I hope you enjoyed.